Welcome again, Capricorn. It's Dadhichi Toth here with your March 2015 forecast. And to those of you that are new, I'm the founder and director of astrological.com.au, the website. You know, I have a stacked fourth house this month, Mars, Venus, past karma point there, transiting that fourth house of inner happiness and peace, and an important full moon that takes place in the ninth house of your horoscope, which has to do with your past karma and also the gathering of information of a higher order. But I like to extend that and use a little bit of astrological license and say to you that the facts that you acquire in life are not as important as the method by which you do that. So what is it that makes you a human being unique when we stand you next to any other animal in the creation? And that is the fact that you are capable of being aware that you are aware. So when I talk about this knowledge, I'm not necessarily referring to university knowledge, facts or figures, diplomas, although that is indicated for some of you. The greatness of your being is the fact that you are capable of being aware that you are aware, looking within yourself. And that fourth house, as well as relating to your domestic situation, Capricorn, it has a lot to do with education generally. You know, the situation you're in right now, for good or bad, may rest significantly on these issues of learning, education, how you've learned what you've learned, whether you've learned something that you indeed really wanted to learn. I have so many people coming to me who seem to complete their degrees only to find that that's not at all what they wanted to do. I find that quite tragic. You know, if you haven't listened to the introduction that I've done here today, the introduction to the March horoscopes, take a listen to it, because I talk quite a bit about finding your niche, what it is you want to do, the what, as opposed to the how. And that's very important for you. I mean, the how will come into it, but unless you know what it is you want to do, then you're not really going to have a great deal of success. And this is what I think is highlighted this month for your horoscope, Capricorn, the understanding of the acquisition of knowledge, whether that knowledge is suited to your temperament, whether, you know, in 10, 20 years from now, the path that you've traversed is going to be seen as something noble and wonderful and you know, one of gratitude, or are you going to resent what in fact you've done? It's important to see every step of your journey as significant and as being perfect, even if right now you're not doing what you want to do. So that full moon on the 6th is bringing your attention back to these issues of, you know, clarifying who you are and I guess the motivation for why you're doing what you do. Mercury is in the second house right now, indicating your need to earn money. It moves to the third house on the 13th, but not until we've seen that full moon in the 9th. That's got to do with all those ethical issues I talked about, spiritual issues. And then we've got some other aspects there, both Venus and Mars from that fourth house, creating you know, a few different mixed aspects to Jupiter, Uranus and Pluto. So these are the three planets, and these are a mixed bag, and depending on how you handle it, if you're astute enough and aware of that awareness that I'm talking about, the way you are learning things, then you can stumble upon some very important discoveries, self-discovery I'm talking about, within yourself. But that's not to exclude the fact that the fourth house has to do with property and real estate. Using this astute sort of awareness and insight that you have now, you could probably sniff out a really good deal in real estate or a car and make good money on that. That third house transit of Mercury on the 13th is very good for any sort of communication, any sort of contracts that you need to do. That again ties in with the housing and purchase of large, big ticket items. You'll be thinking things through very, very slowly with the square aspect to Saturn on the 16th. But when Venus moves to the 5th house, it's your best planet on March 17th. That is really an excellent time to revisit this issue that I've just been talking about, the creativity aspect of your life, the romance aspect of your life. You need to have that love. That's why they say behind every great man is a woman, and I guess vice versa. If you've got a partner that understands who you are, what you want, what drives you, what creatively turns you on, then it's going to be much easier for you to hit that sweet spot in terms of success. And that is a lovely aspect. Doesn't happen every day. It's every year and a bit. It takes quite a while for it to transit back there, and that's precisely what you need to give you that creative burst, to give you the sense of self-esteem you need if you're looking for a new partner, or if you're in a relationship now. This is going to spice up the relationship considerably. You do have that new moon that I alluded to as well. That takes place in this 3rd house of communications on the 20th. The new moon, of course, signalling the start of a new cycle for you in many, many different areas, but specifically your communication style. And that rests upon that ability to understand how your mind works, the deeper significance of knowledge, the deeper significance of really going after what you love rather than what you think is going to be expedient or is going to satisfy you materially. That's a really short-term view. But that new moon on the 20th, I think, is a really nice sort of end of the month in that area. It signals some journeys too, a lot of short journeys. You'll be very, very busy after this period. Bit of confusion there also because you've got the planet Neptune there, and Mercury does come into conjunction with that just before the new moon on the 18th. So clarify your thoughts, make sure you know what you want, and if you're travelling, make sure you know the agenda of where you're going. You don't want to waste your time going places. It could be a case of one of those meetings you have and you travel across town, you get there and you think, what the hell did I come here for? I should have just stayed home. So qualify, that's the word, qualify the person before you go and spend money and time. Sun moves to your 4th house on the 21st. That's the sign of Aries, which again brings you back to the focus of your domestic sphere and dealing with relatives and family issues. I guess that's it for now. The only other one is Mercury moving there again to the 4th house as well. So yeah, that seems to be dominating the emotional, mental and karmic landscape for a lot of Capricorns. I would like to have your company here again next month to continue the story, because it is a continuing story. And until then, you can join me at my website, astrology.com.au, for the more detailed analysis of your daily, monthly and yearly readings. Hope to see you here next month. Take care. Bye.